Faronheights versus Finn. There was talk about them playing on hard mode, but that's up to them. Doesn't look like it's on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The order is when players are ready to go. That's when I do them. Been taking an early lead here. Got the jetpack. Haven't seen a lot of different background art. I realize that look at Finn's actually using it. There's no reason why players can't use it. It doesn't bother me. You can use whatever you want in those circles. Just gonna note one more time for the record how easy it is to set up the windows for the players when all they have to do is center the game and full screen it in widescreen res. I don't think anyone really has had any trouble getting it lined up. A couple who've been off center a little bit, but 90-95% of this has been go. Let's go. Easiest tournament I've ever set up, technically. Even though it's circles, which is weird. Little under 2 minutes, Finn is going into catacombs. No damage taken. 75% on the way to 5. Took a hit there. Faronheights coming on in the 2-1 as well. He's eating corpses for health. Finn's going for the laser sight over corpse eating. Doesn't want that HP. Like I said, I think if you can survive without the HP, there are better things to take. Just don't know how much it adds up to. I do feel like the best time for it is aquifers. I feel like that's when it pays off the most. And you probably do get a full heal's worth out of it there. You do have to go out of your way a little bit to get the corpses though. Finn's rocking a laser already. Catacombs 2 for Farron. He's here. Catching up a little bit. About a stage behind. Gotta watch that health. In focus mode here, 2-3 completed. Finn is exactly 1 level ahead going into aquifers. That's a lead we've seen before. Farron's playing A little better than last time. Those warm-ups are paying off. One of the races last time, just an hour ago, that he did, he'd already died at this point. This time he's coming in with full health, decent amount of energy, and a faster pace. Finn's using that jetpack to stay afloat here. 3-1 done. Two done really fast. As soon as it started, it's over. I was just watching that pretty precise falling there. Faronheights is also in the aqua zone here. Doing okay. Not the best weapon for getting through quick, but is gonna eat a whole bunch of corpses. Limbo already. Just over 6 minutes we see Limbo 1. That's a very, very fast pace. There's the laser for Farron. Still maintaining the laser on Finn's screen too. Doesn't have a whole lot of energy, but gonna get some out of the combos that are gonna happen here. Naturally gonna get some because you only need 15 for that. Probably will go for the HP anyway, but gonna get some energy back too. So that's gonna give him a couple extra shots by the time he gets to the bottom. Almost unavoidable fact of this. That's 4-1. Finn is done with weapon rooms. Keeping that laser for the rest of this makes sense. Just needs more energy to fire more shots, but honestly, it's really not as expensive as it probably should be to fire this laser. If I were going to rebalance this game to try and make the weapons a little bit more even, I think the laser would cost as much as the shotgun. It's not too bad for what it is. You get a lot of shots out of it. Faronheights, normally I'd say very, very fast coming down here. Certainly faster than last race, but they are not going to beat Finn at this pace. If Finn can pull off this win, and it looks like he can do just fine at that, it's going to have 5 HP right there. Plenty of energy. Playing just fine. Only taking 3 or 4 hits total over this whole time. Faronheights taken out in Limbo. Got dusted there too much. Boss time. That's 4-1. Phase 1, I mean. You can tell there's some experience on the left side here. Current world record, I believe, held by Finn. Once this tournament's all said and done, I might give some competition to that. I'm interested in seeing how I do. Trying to go fast. I haven't ever done that before, really. Just for this, just a little bit of warm-up. No surprise this boss is getting handled so well. No damage taken yet. Phase 3, half done now. Farron having trouble again. Staying alive. They'd be on the boss too by now if they had kept their pace and not died. It is a very fast pace to try and maintain. Makes things much more dangerous when you're going quickly. There's not a whole lot you can do to speed up this boss. The best you can do is sit in front of him and take damage just to maintain as much damage output as possible. And that's not feasible for most of this. You could do it now on Limbo. With 5 health, could do it if you really wanted that extra couple of seconds. But for the most part, this boss is scrolling the way he does. That's a win for Finn. No damage on the boss. 11 minutes less total time. I'm gonna tell him to go back to the start. We'll get our second round. This calls. Or don't fuck with Duck. I'm minutes 18 seconds in-game time on that clear. Going with boulder style this time. Waiting to hear that they're ready. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Boulder style, you can see, accelerates the character. I would say like 30-40%. It's pretty damn fast the way you fall. Risky as heck though, and you have other penalties too. Less upgrade options. You do get 2 bonus HP though, and we've seen that that's plenty. I started that clock 20 seconds late, but that's alright. Man, can't believe Billy's Donkey Kong record is gone. Not Billy. Of all the records to be tossed, I didn't care about that racing record that was 0.01 second faster than was possible or whatever on that Atari game. That Donkey Kong record's the one I hear about a lot as far as Twin Galaxies records go. To have it be a fraud all this time, I'll tell you what. If that one's fake, then all of them are fake. There is no world record for anything. If Finn can pull off the boulder style run, very unsafe run, but he's pulling it off, and if he can do that, there's really no way Fahrenheit's to keep up with that. It's a little on the super fast end there. There's 2 damage. Gonna need to grab some HP at some point. Does not have any energy. I skipped every room, so what they're doing is, if they go into a room, they're gonna ruin this. At the end of this run, they're gonna get a bunch of stat in the final shop room. They need to get the whole distance though, with no upgrades from guns. Basically, they need to use the crappy gun the whole time. That's the idea. Doing that and boulder style at the same time. You're gonna see him crawling through here with this crappy gun, trying to survive, and not getting any upgrades to speak of because of it. Low energy, low health. Fahrenheit's is on their way to 2-2. 1 stage behind already. That includes the shop. Can't do anything. Cannot shop. Can't enter gun rooms. Or in the case of boulder style, they might just be money rooms.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
All healing would have to be done through combos, and that isn't too easy with boulder style and machine gun. We're almost past the point where that's even possible, honestly. 25 on this, that would be really... You'd have to really perfect this thing. You'd have to bounce just right. Here's aquifers though. First one there. 1 HP. These are not racing strats. These are danger strats. My faith in his ability to do it is shrinking rapidly. 3-1 clear. 5 to go. And 1 hit left. Fahrenheit's needs to have a good run here in case that Finn does die doing this, which is reasonable, you know. That's certainly could happen at this point. Farron can take this win easy if they survive and just get a good run. Just a regular, average paced run would be the good way to win this, counting on a mistake on Finn's side. They are currently 1 whole stage behind though, maintaining that distance. Finn has slowed down a bit. Just because they're almost dead. You can tell that they're taking their time now. Took 1 too many hits to feel free about this. Dangerous. Ooh, that turtle almost got you. Gotta watch the oxygen tanks too here. Sneaking right through those squid packs. Got the apple. That might seal the run, actually. That's a super good thing to find right now. That's a big heal. Almost all the way back to full on Limbo. Counting on that apple to show up. Maybe. They do get to get mutations. There is the jetpack and the laser sight and other stuff that buffs the machine gun. And it's low energy. Honestly, very nice mutation choices here. Pretty lucky in that regard, I would say. Doesn't have gym powered, it doesn't look like. But the jetpack and the laser sight and the apple are all 3 things that you probably would want to see while you're doing this. If it weren't for that apple, probably would be dead. There's Gem Attractor. Gems won't have any value in this though. There won't be a single shop. So, without gem powered. Pretty meaningless upgrade. Boulder style takes one of your upgrade choices away though, so the choice of upgrades is a little lower than usual. They will get combos to get their health back though. It's a thing. Gonna stop off and do that right there. That's a little bit of energy. A little bit of health. Sure, that 9th shot's gonna make all the difference, right? Faronheights is in Limbo 1. Still maintaining that distance of one screen behind. Just one area. The whole time. It's always been just one. That apple's gonna help Finn a whole lot though. Still rocking 4 HP. If they make it to the boss, they're gonna get full up. And they'll have a very, very strong chance of winning then. They'll have a pretty standard boss fight on their hands. A little low on the energy side, but they're gonna have plenty of HP. I mean, they already have 6. They're going to get a full heal. I think they're going to end up with more. Almost there. They are there. The chance of Finn losing now is almost gone. There's a candle. There it is. 7 HP and 20 energy. Hoping for a better weapon on the boss, but can be done with this just fine. There are weapons on this boss fight, so we'll see what they end up with. They aren't gonna, you know, beggars can't be choosers here. They're gonna take what they get. That drone is really nice, backing them up. Faronheights staying alive, but taking some hits on the way. Do they not get a weapon power up on this, actually? Interesting, I haven't seen one. There usually is one by now. A second one should have been shown up by now, actually. I wonder why that is. There it is. The laser. No, that's burst. Okay. Burst is much less interesting than the laser, but honestly, I'd argue that it's worse than the machine gun. But you could do some damage with it, I suppose. Does it burst the turret too? It does. Well, that makes it okay, I guess. The turret's range is pretty poor compared to that laser upgraded range. So you'll have to really get in this boss's face if you absolutely demand that DPS burst. And you might as well, you're talking double damage. But you are going to have to play it pretty risky here to do that. They have the jetpack though, they can go in like that with the time void and the extra HP they have. They can really go nuts here. Did not beat their time from the other run. They actually are 20 seconds slower than my clock says there. So they're about 40 seconds slower ultimately. But they did win it. Pulled off the thing. That's 2-0. Finn's going to be moving on to round 4 where they'll be playing hard mode from now on. Quarterfinals. Yeah, you could see when Finn had to switch over to conservative play there. Taking too many hits is why you start to slow down in this game. He's really cruising up until that 1 HP part in this run, and then it had to slow down. Still a really dang good time, though. Not an unbeatably fast time. he actually beat his own time on the other run, like I said, but we saw some of that boulder action, we saw that tomato thing. I don't think we're going to see that too often, because on hard mode especially, skipping around with 1 HP is not a thing you really want to do. That's our downwell for today, folks. Hey, thanks for coming by. We still have, how many matches are left? Let's take a look. 18 matches left. 7 of which are hard mode. I'll be heading out. I'll be back tomorrow to do some matches. I'll see you later, folks. Thanks for coming in. There he is.